All right, welcome in to an after dark edition of the Power Hour. I'm Steve, that's C Red, and
What the
joining us
hell?
tonight, finally, I get to hang with my people. Finally, Red has to sit there and accept the world for the way it is.
What?
Welcome to
What the hell?
shut right now.
No. First of all, I've known all these gentlemen longer than you have.
But you're not 23. You're not even
Your ass
22.
ain't Michael Jordan either.
You're not
What the
22.
hell?
I'm
You're
a
not
member,
Michael
bro.
Jordan?
All right, let's cut the nonsense. The Chicago connection is here, and tonight is going to be great. I can't wait to talk to all of these fine gentlemen. Of course, you have the man that is known far and wide, Mr. P.L. Myers. P.L., welcome.
Thank you.
We have the legendary Kingpin. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you. And down on the bottom or on the side, depending on how you're looking at this aspect ratio, we have, at this point, nothing short of an icon in Mr. 3% John Hudson. Now, let's not talk about John Hudson's body of work for the last decade in wrestling. Let's talk about John Hudson last Saturday night in Shabance when he blew the entire fucking place sky high. There were bombs going up. There was crazy crap happening. It was unbelievable. And the Chicago connection represented in Shabance like they have never been represented before. John Hudson, I bow to you, sir, for what you did Saturday night for the sport of professional wrestling, because that was something special that people will talk about for many years.
From what I was told, this was from a fan who's apparently been going to every SCW show and every show that Hunter Payne, who is the promoter for SCW, every show he's been on or done for the past 20 years. And he said that was one of the top 5 matches he's ever seen.
No doubt.
Yeah, we definitely, as you can see, I got some battle wounds, but we tore the house down. We definitely tore the house down. We went for, I think it was about 35 minutes, and it was your untraditional 2 out of 3 falls match. Instead of going simple to hardcore, we went hardcore to simple, and not trying to take anything away from James Creed or anything, but if it wasn't for me, I don't think we would have been able to do that.
You're the best in the world when you force people to elevate their game. And John Hudson, that's what you did in Shabance Saturday night in true Chicago connection fashion. You made everybody better than they thought they ever could be. And Hunter Payne and everybody else at SCW should be thanking you, blessing you, anointing a street after you. It shouldn't stop anywhere.
I appreciate that. Especially after that match, I now know who in other promotions, not with right here, the Chicago connection, but in other promotions, I am the Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen, whatever you want to call him, of that promotion. I'm a prize fighter. I'm the guy brought in to make them look good. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of being that guy because it's my time. 14 years, it's my time. And luckily, on my screen, he's down at the bottom like the Brady Bunch. Someone came calling because he knows it's my time. But anyways, yeah, Saturday, great match.
So tonight here on this program, P.L. Myers, in his infinite wisdom, has decided to make things even more fun for you fans. So here's what we got. It's the official Chicago Connection Power Hour drinking game. And let me go over these rules right quick. So it's stated as such. So strap in, grab your glass, your favorite beverage. I'm not going to list the beverages, but we're not using any of those here. So one drink when C-Red says, really, Steve? So I think that's happened like 3 times already. We get 2 drinks when I mention Public Enemy and start freestyling, which is about 8 seconds away from happening now. Then you get 3 drinks when Kingpin says, shaboom, daddy. Then you get 4 drinks when Jonathan Hudson, the next CCW heavyweight champion, says, "What are you doing?" 5
That's
drinks.
a lot.
5 drinks when John Bullard, the owner of Chicago Land Championship Wrestling, is mentioned in any capacity, since he doesn't get the recognition for all his hard work and doesn't ask for it either. And then I added a stipulation. You must take 10 shots when C-Red says, "And here's the funny part." So those are the rules. Let's move on. And I'm going to start it right now with bass. How low can you go? Death row. What a brother know. Drink.
How much? Is that 1?
That's 1. No, that's 2, because I embodied Chuck D momentarily.
Sounds good, man.
All right, moving right along. These are P.L. Myers rules, not mine. The Chicago Connection, when they showed up October 3rd at Saturday Night Grapple Masters, we've talked about this individually. I've talked to Hudson about it. I've talked to P.L. Myers about it before. I've never had the pleasure to talk to Kingpin about it, so I want to go right to Kingpin to start. When you guys came out at Grapple Masters and shocked the entire wrestling world, let alone the people that were in attendance in Michigan City, what does that feel like when you walk out and you can see the realization in people's eyes of what is happening, that one of the most famous factions in Midwest independent wrestling, let alone the world, has showed up to take over a promotion without really saying, "Hey, we're here to take over the promotion," in any uncertain terms? What was going through your mind as things were developing on October 3rd?
Well, I myself personally, I took it totally different. There was 2 ways that I had actually taken it. First of all, I was shocking the wrestling world by showing up there, along with the Chicago Connection. But I myself had been retired for, I think that the last time I did a show was probably about 4 years ago. So to come back and then to come back right on the top was fantastic. Was absolutely fantastic. And we blew the roof off of that place that night. We truly did. We stepped up. We did the deed. We did what had to be done. But I was able to see Jonathan Hudson, and I was able to talk with him. You see, I've done this for almost 25 years. And when I saw Hudson, I was like, okay, you know what? It's time to play with the big boys. And I was ready to go. I was more than ready to go. And not only that, but I have a very good personal relationship with PL and PL's family. And so with the closeness and all, PL had mentioned it to me. And I was like, you know what? I got to do this. I have to do this. So to me, it was very euphoric. I can't use any other words for it. It was just an extremely euphoric night. And it's the beginning of something to be really, really reckoned with. Jonathan Hudson is absolutely, he's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. We got something here that is, when you do this stuff for many years, you get to see these people when you start off, they're like your peers. Okay. Everyone's kind of sort of the same age. And then I get a little bit older. Okay. So then you see a little bit more of how these younger ones do. Now I'm old. And I see what these kids can do. And some of these kids are no good in professional wrestling and they don't belong there. And then you get a young guy like Jonathan Hudson. Okay. Now this guy is the real deal. This guy is he's going to do a lot of things in pro wrestling. Wait, you see what happens. I have all the confidence in the world in this guy. So when you show up there and you have the very best man that wrestling has to offer, how do you think you feel? How do you think you feel? Like $1 million, Daddy-O. Like $1 million. Shaboom, Daddy.
And there we go. Shaboom, Daddy, indeed. And that's another one.
Hold on. PL. Ain't nothing in that glass.
May I chime in for an answer?
Come on now.
Don't break the fourth wall. Kingpin's answer was fantastic. And I want to play that back when this show is over, because when you get a man that's been in this business 25 years and he waxes poetic about the past playing into the future, and he recognizes, and he's recognized many people over his illustrious career as exceptional. And he also has acknowledged the garbage that is out there as well. And to get a man that has seen it all, done it all, like Kingpin has, to get him excited, like John Hudson has gotten him excited, that's the magic of Mr. 3%. That's why
yes, it is
so goddamn good, because
yes, it is.
he elevates anybody around him on commentary. If you listen to Grapple Masters, when Hudson walks out, I almost blew a gasket between my ears. I'm like, it's John Hudson. I totally JR Stone Cold the whole thing. And that's real. That's not acting. That's a real guy who's a real fan with a real reaction when a guy he never thought he'd see again shows up and cuts one of the most sinister promos that wrestling has seen in the last decade. And Kingpin, you were 100% on about that. Going to John Hudson, you remember that night. You remember that promo. Everybody's talking about when you picked up that stick and you educated the people in Michigan City. What say you about that moment?
Well, to answer your previous question, I had no feeling and I thought nothing. I watched the show. I watched every match. There were some good matches. There really was. I'm not trying to put anyone down. That they entertained. Our previous podcast, I mentioned from bell to bell, start to finish, that crowd was hot. People were entertained. It was great. But let me ask you a question, Steve. Out of the whole show, what was everyone talking about?
It's unbelievable that with all the great caliber matches we had that night at Grapple Masters, including crowning a brand new inaugural heavyweight champion on Powered 4.tv and on the commentary on Amazon, everybody came back to when the connection showed up and essentially stole the show. So you're absolutely right.
You were one of the first that called me right after that promo. Power TV was next to call me right after that promo. And yes, you did say the brand new inaugural CCW heavyweight champion, not for that long. I stole the show. The Chicago Connection stole the show with a promo. Everyone else had the chance to, what does Brian Cage say? Get your shit in. They had the chance to do that. We didn't have the chance to do that. We had the chance to use this, which is more powerful than anything in this business. And we stole the show just by this right here. So if we stole the show, if myself and the Chicago Connection, Kingpin and P.L. Myers and Cognito Jones, wherever you may be, love you, brother. If we stole the show just by cutting a promo, imagine what we can do when I get in the goddamn ring. You've seen what I can do in the ring. I can't wait for, a potato chip or whoever the hell I'm wrestling in June.
That would be Walker.
You answer what I thought. I thought nothing. You know why? I thought nothing because I watched the entire show. I watched the entire show. I watched everyone wrestle. I watched all their work. I watched everything they got in, and that ain't nothing I've seen before. And not only I'm putting myself over, but I have joined a group, like you said. It's worldwide. It's something that is known. It's a brotherhood. It is something that is so deep into us, especially Midwest professional wrestling. And I have the opportunity to be a part of that. Get ready.
Business is picking up indeed. P.L. Myers. To have the wherewithal to not only bring back the Kingpin, but to enlist the services of the grandnephew of Zeus, or he's related to all of the gods. You name what he is, and that's who he is. The master worshiper of the Church of Iron, for sure. You've organized this situation. You're storming the gates at CCW, and there are still some idiot. I'm going to say it straight away. This is after dark. There are no rules here. some of the idiot fans are saying, well, you're the Chicago connection. You only got one wrestler and a bunch of old people.
I've heard that.
Go ahead there, C-Red. What are you calling timeout for?
Would you please stop saying After Dark like this is a porno or something?
It might be. John Hudson, man.
You don't know what goes on in C-Red's house.
Stop.
Put on some Al Green, man.
Just saying we're an hour behind our normal time. Don't say After Dark. Oh my God.
P.L. Myers, you've orchestrated a coup that John Bullard, our illustrious boss, there you go, John Bullard.
Isn't that 5 times?
Right, that's supposed to be 5
That's
shots.
5. Well, I'm just going to finish this then. You
can't even answer the question.
I'm working here. I'm working. He can't. He's all ruffled and he's not sure how to deal with someone in his company that is, kind of forcing the way and kind of dictating terms. That's a very un-Bullard-like situation. Damn it, I did it again. Okay, hang on. To John Bullard.
And free Joey Roth.
Yes, free Joey Roth. Facebook jail is stupid. So what do you say about the Chicago connection, CCW, and almost it's hard to believe that there could be a power struggle at the top, but you and Bullard have been going back and forth. Talk to us, PL. Speak.
Well, first of all, let me say this once again to the critics of the Chicago Connection. The Chicago Connection was formed by 2 managers. Never been done before. It's like Bobby Heenan and Jim Cornette working together. The Kingpin's history from Windy City, as C-Red knows, is the founding part of independent wrestling in Chicago. Sam DeCero, the genius. They say the Godfather, who I've met, who I look up to as far as what he did, working with other companies, myself and Kingpin, working in the LWF, the Lunatic Wrestling Federation, the ECW of Chicago, then going to PCW, aka PWI, which was like the WCW, and working together and said, hey, let's do something different. Let's form a faction from Chicago area, the Chicago Connection, where everything you're not, nothing that you'll be. And what did we do? We showed up at the LWF in a limo. The owner comes on and goes, who's in the limo? It's us. Just you two? Why? Because we can. Never been done before in the independent wrestling scene before. So we go to PCW, Pro Championship Wrestling, 14 years. Biggest shows, as you know, Dream Night. Thousands of people attend every year. Legends I could list all night long. We brought in attendance records. Then we come to Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, run by the man himself, Mr. John Bullard. Given an opportunity, I was given an opportunity to work with that man right there, that future legend, Jonathan Hudson, a man that I respect. This is why I have the glasses on. I want you to look in my eyes. Let's break down, as Mr. Hudson would say, or Jonathan, as I like to call him, that fourth wall. The story of what he's gone through, the respect, the individual pride and the tradition that he has for his family, who I have utmost respect for, his father, his mother, his children, his wife. Why? Says take away this for 1 second. That's a man who sacrificed everything to be the very best what he could. And when he cut that promo, he spoke from the heart. There was no cue cards. There was no thing. I want him to be himself. And I am honored to be part of him. Because as he said, he doesn't need the connection. The connection doesn't need Jonathan Hudson. But we work together as a team. More like a coach. My high school coach, Coach Joe Newton from York High School. 29 state championships. I learned how to dress the part, look the part. They showed up in limos. They had in cross country, people lined up just to watch it. And they were called the long green line. And they would look at all the championships on the back. just like C-Red has with his New England Patriots, just like the Yankees, because they couldn't take the eyes on the pinstripes. Well, this is the pinstripe. And this pinstripe, look at what Mr. Hudson has done. Why does Power 4 talk about us, both John Scotts? They don't talk about anybody other faction.
Yeah.
They don't talk about anyone else. They talked about, well, we kind of like Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, but when Jonathan Hudson, we became a fan. And what do? We sent these bad boys over to London, where they wear it with pride. This symbol represents, we're not the heels, we're not the faces, we're the talent. And Jonathan Hudson's going to be treated like the talent. Just like you, Steve, you're the talent. And you know what? Just like Steve Red is a talent. I'm the best manager at what I do, Steve Red's the best at what he does. Kingpin's the best at what he does. But Jonathan Hudson
is the best.
I'm working with a legend. I'm working with a superstar that if I got a call from WWE or I got a call from TNA or whatever they call it, Impact or AEW, I can go to that locker room knowing that Jonathan Hudson is going to do the very best and he's going to show the world what we all know. So when the connection's put together with a whole bunch of old people, no, we're a brand, a business. We have a PR person, athletic trainer, Mike Gilmar. We have a commentator who has history and passion for the business. You have Kingpin, who is calculated insanity. You have Cognito Jones, who's a genius on promos and will do whatever he takes and he mails it in. A former LWF Tag Team Champion. And then all the other talent that we have that no one knows about. That's what they don't know. So when someone joins the connection, they have to be at the same level, and which no one is right now, of Jonathan Hudson. Because I'm not going to bring in anyone to watch his back because he doesn't need it. But I'm there to make sure no one messes with his road to the championship. Because on June 12th, Chip Walker, the athlete, is going to, the suplex machine, is going to meet the next CCW champion. And Chip Walker is going to find out he's just a brick in the road to our path. And all the other talent, it's like driving down the highway. When Jonathan Hudson drives home, he sees all those billboards on the sides. All the talent in CCW are billboards. That's what they're doing.
See, Red, you're a billboard.
Yes.
Of
Everyone
course.
else is
I'm immortalized, damn it.
and he's on the road to the championship.
Can I chime in real quick?
Please.
Out of everyone that I've worked with, other than my wrestling coach, Angel Armani, because he's my wrestling coach, but out of everyone that I've worked with, every manager I've ever had, PL, I will say, right before I say this, I will say, I apologize. I am the absolute worst at getting back to people. I am, and I think you know that already. But PL Myers is the only manager I've ever had who will just call me on a random day just to see how my family is, just to see how I'm doing, just how are the kids, how's everything going. All right, well, if there's anything you need, you just let me know. I'm here for you, and the Chicago Connection is here for you, and that's a shoot. Like, he's the only one. That goes to show you what kind of a man he is.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Can I add on to that as well? I have the exact same thing. I started off as a professional wrestling manager in the LWF, should I say, when I started with the LWF, and PL showed up there. And the next thing I know, I'm talking to PL all the time. Next thing you know, we're good friends. He threw me a hell of a wedding when I got married. Thank God I had him. He's just been absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So when he called me in and he says, I think we could really do something good, I was like, I'm on the train. I'm on the train. And man, I am so glad to be with you, Hudson. I am so glad to be with you because I think that this is going to be, I think we're onto something good.
Oh, we are into something extremely good, and vice versa. I'm so happy to be with you as well. And I just from what I've just said, as you can tell, we are not a faction that just Okay, June 12th, we show up. All right, what are we doing? No. Like I said, on my screen, he's at the way bottom. But PL hits me up at least, and like I said, I'm going to try my absolute hardest. You know how it is with kids, so I will try my hardest. But we keep in contact every week. Sometimes I'll hear from PL probably sometimes 2-3 times a week. And once again, just how you doing? How you feeling? How are the kids? How's the wife? How is everything? All right. I don't want to take away from family time. Just want to see how everything is. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Like this isn't a wrestling, a typical indie faction. PL's right. This is a brand. This is a fam. I don't want to take away from the family, but this is a family.
Yes, it is.
We look after each other, and that man, PL Myers, boy, he's a different breed. He's actually, I'm sorry, PL. I know you're watching and listening. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass or anything, but you are, as what I would call, or my father would call, the last of a dying breed.
Well, I do that because I was taught well by my family. I was raised by an older generation that learned about respect, individual pride, tradition, and honor. That, I'm blessed, and to know your family, to know your dad, to talk to him. And the thing is that, as I like to say, you are a star. And that is, I am not going to let anyone get in your way of accomplishing your goal. And that's why here at CCW, this is more than just, why are we the only ones saying we're the next champion? Because we can. I have Jonathan Hudson. You saw what he did last Saturday night. He's a professional wrestler. He's not a weekend warrior. He's not playing wrestler. He puts the time in the gym. He takes the part to do what he's got to do. And the thing is that, what is his goal? Most independent wrestlers, hey, I just want to be a star in Chicago. He wants to be a full-time professional wrestler where it pays the bills. So when we go over to London to a homecoming for him, he's going to have the gold. When we go over to Germany or Japan, he's going to wear the gold and wear this. And this represents him. That represents us. This isn't just a logo put together. This is about respect, something that's lost, individual pride that's lost. Jonathan Hudson represents it. And out of the 24 members, 25, 26, 27 members, and the ones that no one knows about, there are only a few individuals where I could go and say, not to knock anyone in the past or the future, but if I had to go in that locker room right now, who do I have? I have Jonathan Hudson and a few others where I go, I have no problem, because they are going to be a professional wrestler. And when he makes it to that next level, just like a proud father like Jonathan Hudson is, I'm going to step back and go, I was at least there to help him. He didn't need me, but I was just there to show him something that he hasn't seen before. Give him that encouragement going, you know what? I'm going to promote him 24/7. That's why Power 4 is talking about. That's why everyone's talking about him, because I work 24/7 to make this brand what it is today.
And even when I'm there, because I've been busting my ass for too long, I will get there. I will be calling you for some more advice. There's a 2 to maybe 4 people I will always call forever for advice. You were on that list.
Thank you.
C-Red, you've been, we haven't given you much time to talk. I know, your history with the Chicago Connection goes back many, many years. Being a member of the ARC and working with Miles and the big swerve you just pulled off, I mean, the ARC is also a very dominant faction, and have been doing it now for quite a while. And your history with other factions goes back 20 years almost. When the Chicago Connection showed up at Grapple Masters, what does a man of your history, your knowledge, and your expertise, what goes through your mind when you're listening to Hudson on the Stick and you're seeing Kingpin and P.L. Myers and Cognito Jones, who was on vacation, was going to be here tonight, was unable to be. So we wish you very well, Cognito Jones. You're definitely here in spirit. C-Red, what were your thoughts, as a rival faction, someone that has had historic battles with the Chicago Connection, someone who is close to the people in the Chicago Connection? What were your thoughts?
First of all, I have not had battles with the Chicago Connection. I ain't crazy. I keep telling you that. From here to disconnect. Anyway,
I knew.
So you want to talk about that night?
Even with the Chicago
particular night,
get one in.
Oh, just because they hit, I mean, please. So that particular night, since we're talking about Grapple Masters, I think I was like everybody else. I was like, what the fuck?
After dark.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you got to be crazy not to try to figure out what the hell is going on. Nobody else stormed the building in fashion and made a statement like they did. Nobody. I don't give a damn. We were announced on the card. No shot. People saw the flyers. We were announced. So it's no shot. The main event, no shot. It was announced. But halfway through the show, you get 3 guys coming out. Like, what the hell? And then they announce somebody else. And here he comes. Now, my initial reaction was, John, what you doing?
But here's the funny part.
I couldn't take it apart. I couldn't take it away from him. Hey, you said it, I didn't. So.
I know.
So I think they gave us that holy shit moment. Like you said, it's what people are talking about. And I think that's one of the problems in wrestling now. Everything is announced. Damn near everything is announced. And kind of takes away from the what the fuck moment. Kingpin understands, PL understands, because they both worked at LWF. LWF had a bunch of what the fuck moments. Why? Because everything wasn't announced. You didn't, it's like playing poker. You don't give, your face tells it all. So if you're sitting there, you're not gonna know. And that's exactly what they did. They knew, yeah, the crowd was hot. Yes, okay, great. Yes, our match, spectacular. Second match, good. Third match, good. Okay, but again, nobody was expecting 4 men to storm a building on an inaugural show and just take over. And here's the thing, they didn't come in and take over in the fact of they beat everybody's ass. And no, like John said earlier, they said what they needed to say. They made a statement on the mic. And I think that was more impressive than coming out and beating up 4 or 5 guys and then leaving. Because anybody can do that. Because we didn't hell, we've seen. Think about it. You've seen it before, okay? You've watched TV, so they did it in a way. Basically, the only way the Chicago connection can. Let's be honest. The ARC, we'd have just ran in and whooped somebody's ass. So, but the Chicago connection did it, and they did it with style. They did it with power. Yet they did it in a way that was tactful. And guess what? They here. So, I mean, hell, I ain't getting in that damn way.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move. Nobody should be getting in John Hudson's way at this point because
hell no.
There aren't many players in the game right now.
You forgot I know John. So
yeah, I know you know John. They are
yeah, I see Red. I you know I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. But I know all your secrets.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them.
Okay, I'm eager to find out.
Not all.
Just remember.
So since Steve wants to drink so bad, here's a funny story.
No, here's the funny part.
Here's the funny part. So, all right. So I always like to tear down the fourth wall. So the hell with it. Fuck it. Tear the fourth wall down. It is because of that man in the red shirt that I am in this business, and I have told it to his face.
Yeah.
So back when I was a nobody, there were these things in Chicago called hotlines. Oh. And you would have to take, you would pick up your phone. CPL laughing because he know. So like Windy City had one. So if you want to find out what happened at the past Windy City show, you call the hotline 978, I believe, WCPW. Anyway.
973.
973, there we go. And so you would call. So there was this underground one called Lunatic Wrestling Federation Hotline. And it was Kingpin and Buster C. King. And oh my God, the way they delivered a story was so freaking amazing that I was like you didn't have to go to the show. Just listen to them talk about it. Was like, wow, that happened? Damn, I should have went. And it was like, I wanted to be there. Now, yes, you had all the superstars of LWF, make appearances. You had Supreme. You had the Chick Magnets. I won't mention one of their names. I don't want to cause any trouble with anybody.
Don't do it in front of Braun Lumberjack.
You had Braun. You had all these people. You had Acid.
SUVs, straight up
right.
villains.
So you had all these people, but it was because of Kingpin that I had to meet this dude. Because in my head, I don't know what I pictured, but I was like, this dude has to be the greatest guy ever, right? So I go to an LWF show. And again, I've said it many times, a friend of mine did the music for LWF. And I meet the Kingpin. But when I meet him, he's the same, but he was so toned down, it was like, that's the Kingpin? But understand, this was pre-show. So I'm like, oh. So when he went out and did his thing, I oh, okay. All right. So, but he made me like seriously sit down and think, I want to be in this business. So again, Kingpin forever. There is no C-Red without you, Kingpin. Thank you,
man.
Thank you
very much. Thank you very much.
I love you. As far as what John said earlier about PL calling folks, hell, I don't think it's a Chicago connection thing. I just think that's how the damn way PL is cut. And this is a shoot, and I don't give a fuck if anybody like it or not.
After dark.
PL is a fucking friend. Let's just call it the way it is. You got people in this business. They couldn't give two shits about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is.
They'll act like they do. They'll act like they do. But you
know, but they don't.
And they know who they are. They know who they are.
Oh, they know who they are.
Oh, right. They know. We don't got to tell them, but they know.
I don't know who they talking about, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, PL, hell, I get a message from PL every other day. At least a phone call once a week from him. I get messages from him and his family all the time. And the crazy part is don't let me hit a rough patch in life. Don't. I'm getting a phone call. I'm getting a text message. My phone is blowing up telling me to return the call because if I don't, he's going to come find me. He's going to drive down 47th and King Drive just to try to find me. PL. Here's the thing with PL. So when I first met PL, it was at a PCW show. Of course, it was Dream Night. Don't ask which one because hell, was so many of them. So PL was this larger than life figure, but you got to understand he's in PCW. I'm in Windy City. We're arch rivals, and I wasn't supposed to be at the show.
That forbidden door.
But here's the funny part. Like,
here's the funny part. Drink, bitches.
We were told that we couldn't go to the show. But I figured, who gonna stop me? I bought a ticket. I want to meet Dusty Rhodes. Hell, I want to see the Road Warriors. Anyway, so I met PL. And PL was just the coolest, kindest guy. And I was like, okay. And over time, over the years, that friendship and relationship grew stronger. I think it topped off at our time at our pro. I think what we went through there together, we were the only two managers, weren't we?
There was three.
Who?
The general, colonel.
That was later.
Is that the good general?
That was later.
The colonel. What do you mean by the colonel? The colonel.
Well, there's Jesse.
Jesse Corbin.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about someone else. Never mind.
I did too. I thought he was talking to someone else.
So yeah. No, it was just us from the time it started. It was us, and I think that's what grew us closer together, and eventually getting our program together. But me and PL got to really sit down and know each other as humans, and PL was there during my darkest time, my divorce, and he helped me through that. I'm not ashamed to say I'm going through health issues now, PL has called every other day, text every other day. And again, I'm saying all of that to say he is a genuine, like John said, he's a man, and I couldn't agree with him more. Again, you don't find people that honestly give a damn about you. And that's in this world we live in with all of the bullshit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we care about each other? I don't get it. I don't. You know, we've got enough bullshit outside. We've got to worry about people that don't give a damn about respect for human life. We got to worry about diseases, pandemics. We got to worry about just trying to survive in a world, going 9 to 5, working and taking care of your families and taking care of your elderly loved ones. We got enough on our plates to not be kind to one another.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? P.L. Myers is the real deal. He is a human being with a platinum heart. I think, again, if you ask and he has, you have it. So for him, you know, again, I tip my new C-Red mug to him.
Merchandise opportunity.
No, this is one of a kind.
That's one. You could get it.
You could, but so PL, I'm grateful for our friendship outside the ring. Inside the ring, I'm staying the hell away from you. I've seen you swing that flag. No, I am not getting kicked. Yes, that flag right there. Yes.
20 years.
I've seen you swing it. No, thank you. I've seen Kingpin swing that damn bowling pin. No, thank you.
I never did that. I do not recall the incident.
I do, but don't worry about it. Don't worry. Now on to Mr. 3%, 8%, 25%. He is all the percents of everything. Gainesville's very own John Hudson. John, what can I say? Again, I wasn't there Saturday. Once I found out I had the night off, I just needed to rest. So physically, I needed to rest. What can I say about you? I mean, there's nothing that I haven't told you before. I know you're a superstar. Hell, you know, it's funny. I used to always say Marche was the unsigned talent superstar. No, I can't say that. You know, just because he was on TV 2 hours ago. John needs to be on somebody's TV like yesterday. Y'all need to stop playing. So people in Florida, people in Connecticut, people in Tennessee, Japan, wherever, John Hudson, pick his ass up. He can make you money.
Lots of it.
He like, damn, not only does he look good, but he can actually wrestle people. Get it? That's the name of the business. Wrestling. And he can do it. I'm just saying. So I have much respect. Again, beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, you know, parents, you know, hold on to your parents while you got them. So much respect to you, John. Now on to my thorn in the side, my pain in my neck.
You don't need
my pain in my neck.
We don't need to go there.
And my lower region.
We don't need to go here.
Steve.
We don't need to go here. We can just continue.
Let me say this.
June 12th.
Let me say this.
Number 451, Skywatt Legion Avenue, Michigan.
What? Are you cutting me off?
I'm trying to cut you off.
Why? Because you think I'm going to say something bad? Because you're going to think I'm going to say something bad? I save it to the end of the show. I got you.
All right. You know, I was listening to C Red go on about each of you. And the man is pulling from 18 years of experience. I don't have that. But I will tell you each really quickly so we can move on to Grapple Masters, what you've meant to my career and what you've meant to me as a person. Kingpin, I saw you at LWF it was the first shows that I ever saw of an independent wrestling nature. And what you did with a microphone at those shows and the way you carried yourself and the way you behaved, there were a lot of people that were larger than life, but I remember we would walk out of that show going, my God, that man is an absolute wizard on a microphone. So although I've just met you recently,
Thank you.
I've known your legacy for many, many years. And P.L. Myers, you know, the nice things you say about me when you talk about me mean so much, because when you come into the business kind of the back doorway, you kind of come in as a commentator and you kind of mill about doing various things. A lot of times you don't get the respect from some of the vets that maybe you think you've earned or deserve. But I've always felt a real sense of respect from you, which I try to earn daily. And when you brought me into the connection as number 23 and you sent me the hoodie and you've promoted me as a Gordon Soley JR type character, those accolades are not lost on me. And when you call and check in on me, like they all have said, you know, these are things that I can't quantify with a thank you. These are things that I can't quantify with accolades and praise. All I can say is they mean the world, and they do. And then Mr. 3% John Hudson, who was a guy that I've been working with now since 2014. I'm not going to talk about your match on Saturday night because I have already. I'm not going to talk about all the great things I saw you do at CTW because they were many. But I want to talk to you about the last time you were on this show prior to the ring situation one, when we had you as a guest. And you said something to me.
He was a guest that night.
He was a guest, and you said something to me, and you it was, you know, kind of jokey and it was kind of funny, but it's something that resonated with me that I'm finally acting upon. And I'm gonna say you probably in the end are gonna be one of the people that saved my life, because you said quite simply, eat a salad. So since February 1st, I have been a gym rat. I have changed my lifestyle in many ways. I don't talk about this very often, but I'm talking about it here because I want John Hudson to know that he was kind of the catalyst for this. So yesterday when I was working out at the gym with my trainer, I was flipping tires in the back alley of this gym. I've never flipped a tire in my life. I mean, I work with tires, but I don't flip them. But I was out there flipping tires, and I'm out there doing squats, and I'm out there doing leg presses, and I'm doing every fucking thing that John Hudson does on the camera. I'm not doing it like John Hudson. I'm doing it my own weak ass special way, but I'm doing it. And I'm down 45 pounds since February, and there are some gains happening here, brother. So thank you for lighting a fire under my ass. I'm not near where I need to be, but I'm heading there. Thanks to one comment from a man who, as I said at the beginning, elevates everybody around them to be better. So my family thanks you. I thank you. The trainer that I'm paying lots of money to make me better, thanks you. And that's what I have to say about my brothers in the Chicago connection.
No problem, brother.
And you're not going to kill over?
Not for a while.
Damn.
In fact, I might just walk up to some of these people that say, there's only one wrestler in the Chicago connection. And, you know, I might drop him with a spear because I have done that before.
Hey, no joke, man. Even though my gimmick is the doctor of gains and I'm better than whatever, but I will always say when it comes to the gym, or as I call it, the Church of Iron, anyone who walks through those doors, we're all family. We're all the same people. I don't care. And you know what? I grew up in the final era of before everyone got so soft. So I apologize if I offend anyone right here, but it doesn't matter if you're short, tall, buff, fat, handicapped. It doesn't matter. You walk through those doors of the Church of Iron. We are all there for the same purpose. We are all there to help each other and get each other to our goal. And I am happy that if from me talking some smack lit a little fire under your ass and got you there. So and congratulations. That's great. 45 pounds. Yeah. That's amazing. Good job.
Yeah. And every Friday night, every Monday and Friday night, I am working out with guys like Hunter Payne and James Creed.
That will get you there.
They're quite tired of me wearing my Chicago Connection hoodie. Saying, well, you know who I'm repping for here? I'm not repping for Jesus. I'm repping for fucking Hudson.
Hell, damn right, man. I'll tell you one thing, though. Hunter will definitely push your ass, and he'll get you there for sure. Really quick, if I can just say one thing, if I never get the chance to say this, Kingpin, I actually want to thank you. I want to thank you because I did not know you were the reason for C-Red, coming into the business. And I want to thank you because of that. With C-Red, I have gained not only in my eyes like a friend, but like a true brother. Like every time I see him, it's a kiss on the cheek. It's an I love you. How's everything going? And he was once my manager and a great man. And C-Red, great man. You were I had so much fun with you. So Kingpin, if you were the reason why C-Red got into this business, I want to thank you for that, because not only did I gain a friend, I gained a brother for life. I love that guy. So Kingpin, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm truly honored about the whole thing, to tell you the truth, that that C-Red is actually brought in from being inspired by me. It's pretty cool when you think about this. Before you even get started in pro wrestling, you have this dream, this fantasy, and it is a fantasy. And when you decide that you're going to make this come true and you start to do it, it's just amazing to see how many people actually buy into what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's cool to see that C-Red saw this in me, saw that he liked what I was doing. And it's kind of cool to see that you actually inspired somebody. It's cool. That's a very cool thing.
What's super cool, sorry to cut you off, but what's super cool is that not only did you inspire someone who I consider a dear friend and brother of mine, I love that guy, but now you're on my side.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? The thing is, I truly, the one who I'm really, really thankful to is Paul, PL. I'm very thankful to him because he's been so damn good. And what you guys have said, everything that you guys have said is the absolute truth about PL Myers. Do you know what's so funny? And I bet you guys are going to just understand what it is I'm saying. When you come and you live in this world, when you have someone who comes along and they start treating you really, really, really nice, you stop and you think to yourself, what does this asshole want from me? You know what I mean? And it's really funny because when PL started to contact me and all, the first thing I'm thinking is, oh man, what the hell does this guy want from me? You know what he wanted? He wanted your friendship. That's what he wanted. And that's what's really, really cool about Paul, is that he's quite genuine. He is the real deal. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I've got some really great friends and contacts that I have met through professional wrestling. Some wonderful people, wonderful people. And it's really funny? There are a few dicks in this business, but I'm going to tell you something.
You?
You know what's really funny? I'm very fortunate, though. I'm very fortunate because I've been in this for quite some time. I only know a few. And that's it.
My God, I got a coliseum full of them. If you want a few of mine, I'll give you a few of mine if you'd like.
I can literally fill the Staples Center.
Yeah, Christ. And that's the funny thing about it.
10% nice, 90% dicks. That's where we're at. We're after dark. 10% nice, 90% dicks.
Well, I've been lucky. I've been very fortunate because I managed to kind of remain friendly with everyone. Thank God. And the thing is, all I want to do is go out there, do my thing, have some fun. And, it's nice if you're able to move someone. If you go on out there and you do something and someone says, wow, whoa, holy cow. You know, and that's the cool thing about it is that, okay, I'm like 145 pounds. I'm 58 years old. But when I go out there, I'm a giant. I am a giant. I am, you know, I am Mr. You know, you are not going to, there's nothing that you're going to do that's going to penetrate me. Everything you do is just going to bounce off of me. And I love that. I absolutely love it. It's kind of empowering, actually, going out there and doing things. It's quite empowering. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun being things that I'm not, you know, because in real life, I consider myself to be actually a very friendly person and all. But when you go on out there into the wrestling ring, I don't like anyone. I don't like anybody. And nobody is as good as we are. We are, but you know what is true though? Nobody is any good. Or should I say nobody is any better than us? Because we really are. We really are the top of the line. You know, look at Hudson. Look at Hudson. How the hell could you deny this guy a contract? I mean, for God's sakes, you know what the thing is? So I think about this and I'm looking at how things go and all. The only thing that I have to say is sit back and watch what happens. This guy is going to get picked up. This guy is going to get picked up. He will be going to the major leagues, you know, and it's obvious. It's obvious, you know, that he is what they need. So.
All right. You know what? I got to chime in real quick. I've had multiple people just on this podcast say that I need to be signed. Look at everything. Oh, God, here I go.
There we go.
Look at everything that I got.
Fill it up.
I got the body. I got the look. I got the mic skill. There is no such thing as a jobber anymore. You know what it is? It's a worker. And I know how to work. I got the family. I got the name. I got Hollywood. I got PL. I got the Chicago connection. I got Kingpin. I got everybody that I have every tool. I have everything that all the major companies, and you know what? Yeah. After Dark. So fuck it. WWE, AEW, TNA, Impact, whatever you want to call it, Ring of Honor, New Japan. What does WWE love? They love Hollywood. Well, you know what, motherfuckers? My family is Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I have the Hudson name tag. Google me, you son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. And you know what, Kingpin? I love you. I love you with all my heart and soul. We are brothers. We are family. We are. I love you. And I love the fact that you said, you know, that when you go out there, like you're a different person. And that's how we all are. That's especially most wrestlers. That's how we all are. Mm-hmm. This is a shoot right here. That's not how I am. I am a bitter motherfucker. I am over it. I am done. I have been a worker bee for 14 goddamn years. And, 14 years of being in a ring. You want to talk about when I wanted to start wrestling? It was 9 years old. I'm 33. Mm-hmm. I had 5 different Division I scholarship offers for baseball. I had Michigan, University of Michigan, Michigan State, University of Florida, Florida State, and I had UCLA. And I didn't sign a fucking thing. You know why? Because I wanted to be a professional wrestler. Mm-hmm. Little did I know what wrestling at the time, I thought it was just, hey, sign up and there you go. Little did I know I'll be living in my fucking car for three times living in my car, being homeless. One time living under a fucking bush at the 405 freeway in Los Angeles, busting my ass to get everywhere I am. And I see these little fucking boys, these people who've been in training for a year, who barely have anything, who are just hot with big tits and a fat ass, and they get their opportunity. And WWE, you want Hollywood? Motherfucker, I am Hollywood. The Miz goes out and goes, I'm Hollywood from no, motherfucker, you're from Cleveland. You're not Hollywood. The Marine ain't fucking Hollywood. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. And when PL gave me a call, I heard something in his voice. I heard something that I'll be honest. No shot on PL that I heard when C Red talked to me, when C Red was my manager. It's a certain tone. It's this little volume picker upper when you know they're not bullshitting you.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you know, in professional wrestling, a lot of people are bullshitting you. This is professional. This is show business, and I grew up in show business. This is I'll scratch your back and you stab mine business.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I have found some people. See, Red, you never did this, so I'm not trying to knock you, but I have found some people that will scratch my back and I'll scratch theirs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of being overlooked. I'm tired of being the prize fighter. I'm tired of being the guy to make people look good. I am good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the motherfucker. I'm tired of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And guys like PL, guys like Kingpin, and wherever he may be, I love you, brother. Guys like Cognito Jones. I heard in PL's voice something different. Something different.
That is the gospel according to the King of Gains.
Hey, man, be quiet for a second. So let me say this, and then we need to talk about June 12th. You made a statement earlier about people giving you shit. And let me just say this about my co-host, Steve. Right now, there's none better. So, for all of you angry vets that think he's just a commentator, if it wasn't for him, some of y'all, most of y'all couldn't even get over. I have worked with him at a show. I've heard him commentate. I'm not crazy about his GM skills, but that's my personal opinion. But as a commentator, there is none better right now than that man. And again, I'm pointing because he's this way on my camera, than Steve. So y'all need to really wake the hell up. Again, this ain't got nothing to do with the connection and him being the 23rd member. But I'm tired of hearing that people have crapped on him because he's just the commentator. See, here's the problem, again, in this business. Everybody thinks you have to be in the middle of the ring with a pair of trunks on, a pair of boots, for you to be, and understand, the show has all these moving parts. All moving parts. So guess what? Those guys with the trunks and the boots, that guy with the shirt that looks like a zebra, the guys and girls standing on the outside, maybe causing interference, maybe not. The person that's ringing the bell, the person that's working the music, and the person that's doing the commentating. We all play a part in this business. So if you, and this is for anybody, if you don't understand and respect us all as a whole and part of this business, then walk away. Go watch soccer. Go do something else. Young and the Restless is still on. 48 years. Go watch it.
Soccer. Very
But
nice.
you will give Steve.
C-Red, real quick. One question to add to what you're saying. Can you tell me one sport that has an off season?
That has or has
Or,
not?
excuse me, that does not have an off season. A sport.
Hell, everybody have an off season except for us.
Thank you.
We don't.
This is right.
Hey, have you ever paid attention to that? Has somebody ever asked you that question? And this goes for anybody because it's funny.
Actually, no one's ever asked me that ever.
People have asked me that. They'd be like, "So, when does the season start?"
It never stops.
It started when I started training, and it hasn't ended.
The season? What's the season? We go year round.
The season started for me back in 2006.
I'm like, hell, we out there and we better than the post office. Neither rain, sleet, or snow will keep us
there
on
have
the
been
show.
some nights where there have been some rain and some sleet. June 12th, Michigan City, Indiana, Saturday Night Grapple Masters. It is the Chicago Connection with John Hudson, Mr. 3% against Chip Walker, P.L. Myers. That day is coming. That night is coming.
Who?
Well, that's the point. That shot at history.
Hey, I'm just asking. I ain't trying to rain on the man parade. I just never heard of him. I'm sure he got some talent that everybody take a drink. John Bullard. He decided to bring him in, but I just personally never heard of him. So
PL Myers,
PL has. I guess PL has.
This is the interesting thing. C-Red, I don't know if he's done this in the past, but usually you don't get a lot of times to watch people's matches. When you're in the back locker room area, we're taking care of the talent. We're taking care of all these, as C-Red said, parts. So I don't have much time to watch back tapes. But this is the first time I've actually went to look for Chip Walker. Because see, as I said before, Jonathan Hudson is a champion. Might not have the belt, but he's a champion. Chip Walker, yes, you're an athlete. Yes, you have wrestled and in certain divisions, and you've done this, and you're a suplex machine. Yes, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. But Jonathan Hudson is on the path to the championship. And Chip Walker from Alpha Delta Slam House is going to find out the hard way that it's not his day. And he might put up a little fight versus Jonathan Hudson. And Jonathan Hudson, I understand why I've never heard of him, but you and I both know John Bullard has found talent that some of us have never heard of before and have done things that, I'm like,
right?
Wow.
Like, who is Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo, ya, whatever,
You'll find out on June 12th.
Think of Paragon. I never heard of Paragon before.
Hold on, PL. Say it again. Say it again.
Paragon.
Steve, you see how he got that right?
I did.
Well, you know why I say it right? Because I know what he can do.
So do I.
So my hat off to Paragon. But the thing is that
I'll get even one of these days with him.
Jonathan Hudson is going to be the next champion. So it doesn't matter who he wrestles. Whatever obstacles John Bullard throws in our way, that's what's going to happen. So Chip Walker, yes, you have some credentials. Yes, you have done these things. But just like graduating this year, 2021, yeah, you're going to graduate from the School of Iron because what is Jonathan Hudson going to do to you? That is the bottom line of what's going to happen. So June 12th, Jonathan Hudson is going to do what he does best, win. Chip Walker is going to find out that there is another day, the sun will rise, and you can wrestle somebody else. But you are going to not only be broken physically, but mentally. And that's what Jonathan Hudson does. He doesn't break you from the outside. He breaks you from the inside out. And he's going to show you why he's the best at what he does. So June 12th is just one more show, because you know what happens? Then August comes and the next opponent. And then we're going to get to the 1-year anniversary. So no matter who you throw at us, you know we're coming for one thing, and that's the championship. And once he gets the championship, do you see anybody take that title from him? No.
Mm-mm.
Hold on, I need to chime in real quick. I apologize.
No problem.
Steve and C-Red, something I said in our first pod. This is my third one with you now. Something I said in my first podcast. I do appreciate PL speaking nicely of Chip Walker. This is what pisses me off. Midwest, and I mean the Midwest, line them all up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who looks like a professional wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Who puts in the fucking work for a professional wrestler? Who can talk on the mic? Who can work? Who can work? Who can put people over and put himself over? This is what pisses me off. You put a picture of me next to Chip Walker, and you walk around anywhere, Michigan City. Oh yeah, Michigan City, a place that's not even on the fucking map. You walk anywhere and you show them a picture and say, hey, which one's a pro wrestler? Which one do you think's a pro wrestler? Who do you think they're going to point at? I'm done with this shit. I am done. I've been in the Midwest since 2014, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I've had some great guys. James Creed last Saturday, one of them. I've had some great workers, but the majority of them are fat, lazy pieces of shit that are just weekend warriors. When I'm taking care of my two fucking daughters from 7:30 in the morning all the way till 5:30 till my fucking wife gets home from work, and then at 6 o'clock I go to the gym every goddamn fucking day. I put in the fucking work every day. When I'm in the shower, I don't sing. I cut fucking promos. I am putting in the work, and I get no recognition. I get nothing. I get nothing. I have to work for everything I fucking got. And John Ballard, cheers. You feed me, Chip Walker. You fucking kidding me? Out of our entire roster, even the Shogun, the Shogun, Chris Logan. Yeah, he can go. Yeah, I'll admit, he can go. But put a picture of him and put a picture of me, and you tell me who looks like a professional wrestler. You put a picture of the entire fucking roster of CCW and a picture of me, and you tell me who looks like a professional wrestler. I am done. I'm tired of being overlooked. I'm tired of busting my ass for 14 fucking years and seeing these little pieces of shit getting opportunity after opportunity, like the little fucking girl from CTW who got an opportunity at fucking AEW, and I had an attack and I fucking left, and I went to Impact because I had a fat ass and I looked good, and I had an attack and I fucking left. And I'm over here busting my ass, super gluing my fucking forehead together. I got a shiner, and I'm ready to fucking go. I'm tired of this shit. This is my fucking time. And you know who's going to help me get there? P.L. Myers and Kingpin. This is my time. This is my time. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of these weekend warriors. These weekend warriors, that's all they are. They just want to get in the ring and wrestle. You think their dream is to make it? No, because if their dream was to make it, they wouldn't be 40 years old still in the fucking indies. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. Chip Walker, bring it on. And you know what? Go on Weight Watchers, the Nutrisystem, the Zone Diet. I don't give a shit. But you better pick up your car at the suplex machine. The suplex? Are you fucking kidding me? I could deadlift 650 goddamn pounds. I could squat over 500 pounds. The suplex machine, boy, get another fucking gimmick because it ain't going to work on me. I'm done. I'm fucking done. PL, you are looking at the next champion, and thank you for everything. And Kingpin, I love you. I'm done with this shit. I'm tired, and I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done with seeing all these people get the opportunities, and they look like flat, flabby little boys who don't even go to the gym, who don't even look the part. You want to be the part, you look the part, and they don't look the goddamn part. Mm-hmm. Pisses me. I'm going to stop talking because I can rant forever.
Well, the entire world has been put on notice by John Hudson. He spared no rod and spoiled no child with that promo that will be talked about for many years to come, I'm sure. June 12th in Michigan City, Indiana, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling returns with Grapple Masters. And you will see John Hudson and the Chicago Connection with P.L. Myers and Kingpin in action at that show. There are a very few tickets still available. You better hurry up and get them because you're not going to want to miss.
Hey, is it? No, seriously. Is there any tickets available?
Like less
I
than
don't
10
think there
probably.
are.
Like what? What is it, 5?
It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Buy your tickets for August now.
You better get them. You better get them or you ain't going to get them and you'll have to wait till August.
The new Studio 54 of Indiana.
It's not it. You got to get them. You got to get those tickets. The Chicago Connection, John Hudson, Kingpin, P.L. Myers. Thank you for this late hour. Thank you for After Dark. Thank you for putting us in a place where we've never been before. But when you have the Chicago Connection on the Power Hour, who would expect anything less than the best? And you gentlemen, in my opinion, are the best. C-Red and I will be back here next week with somebody as our guest that John Hudson talked about very passionately a little earlier. It is the Throw Gun. D-Ray 3000 will be with us next week on the Power Hour.
What time?
Yeah, we'll get you back. We'll get back to you. We might not be After Dark ever again. John Hudson just blew up After Dark. There will never be another one because we can never raise the bar that high. Again, John Hudson elevates everyone. Kingpin, you're a legend. P.L. Myers, you're the best. John Hudson, you're an icon. C-Red, you're the urban sensation. I'm Steve. This is the Power Hour. We will see you next week, folks. And don't miss the connection on June 12th. I promise you, you will leave that building changed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.